I had done very little work, and a lot of it was overdue. Eventually, at some point, I had just annoyed Dad enough to get him to book an appointment with a doctor. It was an hour-long appointment, but like 10 minutes in, the doctor said, yeah, I have no doubt it's ADHD. It's a weird feeling being like excited about being diagnosed with a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm. I think we communicated at that stage.
Yeah.
And you told me that you've actually got a diagnosis and that you were going on to medication, and that's what you sounded like.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It was very relieving for me, I found, because it's like all my life I'd been just thinking, what if there is nothing wrong with me and I'm just exceptionally lazy or just really stupid? But no, there was an actual quantifiable, solvable problem.
And something you could work on.
Yeah, it's something I could work on.
Because it's tangible now.
Yeah.
So, this has been how long since this?
I'd say 2 months.
So how did you come to finish all your vet work?
Once I started going on the medication, I just felt this sort of like compulsion. And so I just started doing the work, and it felt great to get it done. It was such an amazing feeling, just having that weight off of my shoulders. I didn't realize how stressed I was until I was like unstressed.
Yeah. So Dylan, did you notice anything, or what's your story with him before the diagnosis?
Oh, I mean, like, Harley's always been, Harley, he's always been a bit quirky, in a good way, like, it was just something about his personality. He was always bubbly, and he was always nice, and, that was something I always loved about Harley in year one. I think me and Harley's relationship became stronger, and we became better friends. I think if that did not happen, I don't think we'd be as close. Once he talked to me about it, and once, like, we shared each other's, stories and everything, I think he's become more open, and like in class he's more putting his hand up. We're always having discussions with the teacher where about films and like Joker and all this like we talk about a lot of things now in class, and I think he's become a lot more social. He's like
Is that true? Is that
absolutely
right?
And it was actually very noticeable when I started going on the medication, just how more assured of myself I was. I remember like a few days after I started, me and my family went to this market up in the city, and there was this woman at like a food stall with dreadlocks, and so I said, "Hey, you've got nice dreadlocks," and she's like, "Thank you." And then I realized I would have said that like a year ago.
This is just fantastic that you've spoken. I'm just going to stop you here for a moment, only because Dylan's got to go.
I gotta go.
Your mate's got to go.
See ya, man.
See ya. Bye, darling. Well done. As Dylan steps out, I actually want to ask a class member who's not as close to you to step in and ask Hilla if she knew anything about this.
No, of course. Hello, Hilla.
Hi, Harley. So did you? When he was acting, he was so confident and outgoing. He seems like the biggest extrovert when you watch him acting.
Right.
And because I'm an extrovert person, I'm really extroverted. And so when I saw Harley acting, I'm like, oh my god, like our combos are gonna be elite. It's gonna be good as. And then he's just not as confident and outgoing as I thought he was going to be. We become like even closer, like the entire group becomes really close, and like Harley starts to get like a lot looser with us and start talking. And then this year came along, I saw some sort of change. I don't know what it was, but you did have a change. And then you told me something, a personal story, because you've never told me like before something that deep and personal. And I guess that's when I realized, I don't know, something must have happened to you that made you feel a lot more confident and like chill, like at least to talk to people. Could also be that we just, we got to know each other.
Time as well. You get to know people. But I also think if Harley hadn't been comfortable, he wouldn't have said things. So this stigma of being labelled, we have to break.